What's going on, guys? In this one, I'm going to show you guys how to attract new clients consistently as well in profit, right? It's the most important thing. That's what we're all looking for. It's been one of the biggest questions I've gotten inside our school. So if you're not in our school, make sure to join. We are giving away all the information, all the free assets, SOPs, how to structure your ads, how to build an offer, how to pick the right niche. Doesn't matter where you are in your agency life. If you're at 20K, 30K, and even higher, we show you guys a little bit more in depth. But for the newer guys, if you're just starting your agency, looking to figure out how to get started, we have everything for free inside the school. I'll drop the link below. With that being said, let's jump into it, and I'm going to show you guys how you can attract new clients in many different ways. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm going to talk, obviously, as I just mentioned, about how to attract clients, right? And not only how to attract clients, how to attract the right clients, and how to make profit with every single person you're working with. Because the last thing that you guys want, and I'm just telling you from experience, is to work with a client that, first off, maybe charge too little. They're not interested or fully invested into your product, your services. With that will come a lot of people who basically just want to maybe use and abuse you, or even, and again, this is the worst case scenario, they might even run off after you're starting to implement new services. Maybe you're brand new and you're trying to get some reps in, just learn the ins and outs, and they run away from you because they're not the right type of client. But as well, they aren't even invested in their own company as much as you're invested in their company, right? So with that being said, I'm going to show you guys a couple different ways. First, I'm going to show you the long, hard way. Obviously, the way I started, which many of you guys are probably in this position, or if you're successful now, you maybe started here. I'm going to show you what we do, how we do it, but as well, I'm going to show you what we do with our social media and how you guys can fully just take advantage and do the exact same plays as us, okay? Now, as well, this is the exact same procedure, obviously, that we help our one-on-one clients with in the 30K in 30 days course. So let's jump in. So the first things first is the long, hard way, right? Now, obviously, the way that we all dread, but again, maybe you have to start here. You don't have the ability or the choice, right? What that is cold outreach. So Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, maybe YouTube. You're just reaching out to as many people possible. Email, I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Many people possible. Maybe you're gathering a list, but you're doing cold outreach. People have no clue who you are. You don't know who they are. You're just trying to pitch them your services in a cold audience kind of style, right? Now, what does that consist of? Well, for example, maybe you're doing 100 messages, so 100 DMs daily, okay? And again, in order for you to see success in the cold outreach doing this, you need to do these metrics, and these are the minimums, okay? When we first started off, we were doing cold outreach. We had a team of 7 cold callers that were calling people every single day. I pretty much woke up, gave them their area, gave them the niche that they were calling, the type of industry, and from there, they went out and they did around 150 to 200 dials a day, okay? Now, that's cold calling. Alongside that, we had DMs going out, right? So I personally message people on my own Instagram account, just DMing them, as you guys know, or if you don't know by now, but we worked with HVAC contractors at the time. So I would literally go out there, type in HVAC in my Instagram, and then basically click on a random account and just see if they were active, see if they were the right type of person I'm looking for, and just message them, right? Shoot them my offer. Another thing is emails. So we would gather email lists. You guys can use Instantly. You know what? I've been out of the whole cold email game so long. There's a lot of them you guys can get lists from. What's another one? D7, Instantly. Those are, I think, the 2 main ones that I used. Again, guys, you will probably see in just how we did. We send out a lot of emails, right? Like 200-300 emails a day. But even then, we would get no responses, right? So when you're doing cold outreach, you have to be very, very creative. But as well, you need to be very persuasive. Because if you're not persuasive, you're trying to tell someone who you have no clue who they are. They don't know who you are. They don't know your offer. You don't even know, essentially, yes, you know that they're in a certain niche, but you don't know like their numbers. You don't know anything about these people, right? So you have to come off in a very personalized way without knowing anything, and that takes creativity. But as well, you need to be persuasive because they don't know you, It needs to be so intriguing to them that they want to click and they want to chat with you, right? So that's the only issue with cold outreach, is people that they don't know or they don't know you. Again, you have to be doing a lot of numbers, okay? Now with that, it obviously takes a lot of time and a lot of energy, right? Because again, you're trying to find prospects that are cold, they don't know you, you don't know them. This is hard work. I'm not going to tell you this is easy in any sort of way, right? This is actually why I personally don't do it anymore. It's because it takes too much time, right? Now, from that, basically, it's all cold audience, okay? As I mentioned, they don't even know, or you don't even know if they have a problem. You don't know anything about their business. You don't know if they have a problem. Maybe the only way you know they have a problem is through social media, right? Maybe that you do social media for people and you realize that theirs sucks, and you can see that, and you can kind of say, oh, this is the type of person I can help. But usually you don't know if you even have, the equation to their problem. You don't know if you have the secret thing that's going to solve their problems. The next thing is, you need to be very consistent. If you guys think you can slack off and cold outreach, just, I'll do 30 today, maybe I'll do 100 the next day. Actually, I'm not going to do anything today. This won't work for you, okay? And again, I'm just being completely transparent because I don't like this way. No one does. But if you do want to get to the next part that I'm going to mention and the exact strategy we use, you have to either have money, and skip this process, or you get in the trenches, get your feet wet, and you actually do this process. You go hard, get your first 2-3 clients, and from there you can move over to what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so as well, you have no authority, right? So these are the challenges you guys are going to be going through. You have no authority because you're the person reaching out to them, right? So it sounds kind of desperate, right? You're kind of in like that desperate mode. You're reaching out to people, and what comes that is typically you don't have any authority, and you're kind of bowing down to them, and you're on their terms, right? So this is why we don't try to stay in this kind of cycle for too long. You just want to get your first 2-3 clients, have enough money to start doing what I'm going to mention, and then from there we don't look back, right? Obviously, if you go to a certain point, and again, don't get me wrong, I've seen many people be very successful with cold outreach, and they still do it, but it's just not as scalable, and it takes too much time. So yes, when you grow to a point, you can have a team fully dedicated to cold outreach, and that's all they do. But when you actually want to start scaling your business, you can't be solely focused and only doing cold outreach, right? And that's what I mean here. It's not scalable or easy, right? And that's just the bare bones. That's the true facts. It's hard to scale this if you even get to a point. You're going to be running ads regardless, maybe doing something else, but you're never going to be sticking with just cold outreach, right? Because it's just hard to scale. There's not really too much scalability with it. And as well, it's not easy. It's definitely for the strongest. If you can't take a no, if you don't like to have things not go your way for a very long period of time, this will not be for you, okay? As well, I would only say stick this out for a max of 3 months. You should be able to close some clients within that time. If you're not, well then, this probably isn't even the method for you, right? Because again, like I mentioned, I'm going to continue to mention this, is cold outreach is for the strongest, right? It's for the people who are just savages. They go out there, they can grind 12 hours, 14 hours. They can continuously get no's every single day. But they know that one day, let's say Monday to Thursday, they're getting no's. They know on Friday, I'm going to get a yes. And they just keep grinding and grinding and grinding, right? As well, you can't really sell high tickets. And the reason I'm saying this, yes, I've seen it done. I've seen it happen. You can sell high ticket. But when I say you can't sell high ticket, is what I'm getting at is if you hadn't set your authority and you haven't switched the roles, because again, it's cold audience, you're reaching out to them, you look like you're desperate, they're going to tell you probably more often than not that your prices are way too high. I don't trust you. I don't even know who you are. You just reached out to me, right? You're always in that put back and you're leaning back, right? You're trying to dodge their punches and so on. You can't really sell high ticket if that's all you're getting, right? So that's another benefit of what I'm going to show you guys is you pretty much, I've only ever sold high ticket with my new method. As well, it's hard to bring any sort of people onto the team because, like I mentioned, we had a 7-man team of cold callers, right? the amount of people we've been through, right? And I say seven, a team of seven, that's at one period of time. Like at one moment we had 7 people, but the amount of people that you will go through and cycle through, because cold outreach is, again, it's for the savages. It's for the people who are actually can tough it out, can get no's every single day, all day long for 4 days, 5 days, maybe 2 weeks, and they know that they're going to get that yes at some point, right? It's hard to bring people onto a team with this kind of offer because, again, not many people can do it, okay? With that being said, typically you're only in the range of 0 to 5K a month. After you hit that 5K a month or even 3K a month, again, you're going to want to start doing this, and what that is the fast way, okay? So, guys, again, I just talked about the cold outreach, how strong and how hard it is. Now, if you're looking for a way to actually scale, get to 20K, 40K, 60K, even 100K a month, you're going to be using this exact system, okay? So this is what I call the fast, easy way. It's not easy, but it's the easier way, I should say that, okay? Now, this is warm outreach. We're dealing with only warm people, warm audience, okay? And what does that look like? Well, we're running ads, okay? Maybe you have a large organic following and they're coming to you. A warm outreach basically is people who've come to you or are already in your ecosystem, right? Maybe you've already talked to them, whether it's on text, phone, you're talking to them, email. They're warm people. They know what your product is. They've seen an ad. They've seen something of you before, and they're reaching out because they have a problem they know you can fix, okay? Now, with that being said, when we're running ads, we can reach thousands of people daily. Doesn't take nearly as long. Every single day you could be reaching 3, 4, 5,000 people, right? Obviously it depends on your budget, but you can be reaching that many people versus your cold outreach when you're only reaching about 100, 200 people, right? As well, when it comes to ads, I put minimum budget here of $1,000. When we first got into ads, we had $1,500, okay? $1,500 USD is what we were spending. I would highly suggest this, and the reason I'm saying that is because you don't want to put in $200, $500. You will blow that money before you see any results, and with that being said, you will just waste that money. So if you have enough money to basically say, okay, I'm going to test a few things here, but as well, I'm going to go all out once I find that, and you still have budget left over, you'll be able to land a client, right? Just how myself and Damien did. We scaled to 30K a month within less than 60 days, right? And we continuously say that because there's not many people that have done that. But as well, not many people have done that because they didn't have the right system in place. The exact system that we give to all our partners, and the exact system that we use. It's not like there's some guru that's coming in here and saying, hey guys, like try this, right? Well, I know this will work, but you gotta try it, right? They haven't even done it themselves. We continuously hear that. People get burned because they try something that a guru said. Meanwhile, the guru is not even doing that thing that they're selling, right? With us, what we show you guys and what I'm showing you right now is the exact system that we use, okay? So minimum around $1,000 if you're cutting it really close, but $1,500 is typically what I would suggest, okay? As well, what we're able to do is find people with a problem, right? We're not outreaching to people and guessing like, hey, do they have a problem that I might be able to solve? No, anyone who comes to us through ads, through organic, is because they've seen our content, they've seen an ad of ours, and we've addressed their situation. They're coming to us for help, right? They know that we can fix it. So it also finds people who have a problem, right? This is, again, very quick as we scale to 30K in less than 60 days, very, very quickly. But as well, it does take some sort of money, some sort of budget, okay? And that's what I'm saying. If you're doing the cold traffic method, you want to get out of this as quickly as possible. Once you have $1,000, $1,500 to get rid of and start to budget for, take that and immediately go to paid ads, okay? Now, as well, please don't go to paid ads with the money and just without any sort of system in place and expect that to do something. You need to have a structured system in place in order to see the results and the benefits from paid ads, right? As we did for ourselves. So again, some benefits here. You're talking to a warm audience, people that want to talk to you. It's not people telling you to screw off. If you've done cold calling, if you've done any cold outreach, you will get that quite often. These are people that are wanting to speak to us, okay? They also have a problem that we solve, not just a random person. They saw that we have something that can fix their problems. As well, does not take much time. You basically need to update your ads, your content. I mean, organic, you have to do it probably every other day. If you can do it every day, it's a bonus. But you need to update your ads every so often. So every couple of days, once you test something out, it's either it worked or it didn't. If it didn't work, we're going to replace it, right? And we just continuously do that cycle over and over again. And as well, every time I've jumped on a call using the system, I have been the one that's the authority. I've been in the place of telling people that, hey, you know what? I don't think this would be the best fit. I don't think that you're going to be able to see success with us, just given, you know, the personality, given anything, right? You guys would kind of determine that, but you always hold the authority because now you're not going to them, they're coming to you, right? So you hold the authority through the entire sales process. Okay. Now, as well, this is the only way to scale. Like I mentioned, we can reach thousands of people every single day, reach the right people every single day, and find the right people that have a problem, right? And we do this every single day. And this will allow you to book endless amount of meetings. I'm talking 20 meetings, 30 meetings every single month. And from that, our system, we close 30%. Okay? So that's about, again, if you have 30 bookings, that's in and around 9 to 10 appointments that are, 9 to 10 new clients, right? And the only way you can do this is through ads. You cannot do it, forget to mention, these aren't just clients, these are high ticket clients that have a problem that we can solve, and they are the right fit, the right type of person, they have the right mindset, the big enough business, everyone that we're looking for, this is them, right? But you can't do this with cold audience because it's very hard, like I mentioned. You're selling to cold audience, you're selling to people who don't know who you are, they don't know your offer, they don't trust you. So with that being said, you can't attract the right type of person, okay? Now, the only way to scale, like I mentioned, it's literally unlimited. There's no kind of cap to it. High ticket sales, like for example, we sell our packages what we're doing to HVAC owners for about $10,000 USD, and I'm not talking about $10,000 over 10 months, 6 months. We did $10,000 up front for 3 months, okay, and then from there we had them on a retainer, so we got even more money. But you got to make sure you're delivering. You have to have the right process. You have to have the right team behind you. Again, that's kind of what we help all of our partners with in the 30K in 30 days. So that being said, if you guys are looking to implement a system, if you're in that position where you can run ads, you're looking to scale your business, or for example, you haven't started your company yet, but you want to build it and you want to skip the whole cold outreach process, then again, I'll put the link down below and you can work directly with myself and my team, okay? But again, we'll help you close only high ticket clients. As well, what we also are able to use ads for is to find talent, right? So we don't just use ads to find clients. We use ads to find talent. We use ads to grow our personal brand. We use ads for absolutely everything, right? And when you have the right system, this is very, very easy to do, okay? It's not just blowing money and hopes for the best, snap of our fingers, like cross our fingers, I should say, that something happens. We know every single time that we put something, $1 or $10 into our system, we know we're gonna get something back from it, right? So that being said, this will typically be from your 5K to $1 million a month and so on, right? This is obviously the goal. 1 million a month is where everyone would love to be. But, when you're first starting out, you're typically in around 5K a month. And from there, we just gradually scale it and scale it and scale it and scale it, right? Upwards numbers, like for example, like I mentioned, 30K in less than 60 days. That's what the numbers we were doing when we first started, right? From there on out, we just scaled the system going up. To get to numbers like $100,000, right? So now the next thing here is, yes, we got to that 5K to 1 million a month, but there's obviously other ways to kind of scale this even quicker, right? So if you were doing this system right now, what kind of separates our system from everyone else is we have a lot of retargeting. So we do basically retarget any sort of person who's ever engaged with our content, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're able to retarget these people and establish our authority because we keep saying this, different ads. So they keep saying my face, they keep seeing Damien's face, they keep seeing our offers, right? And just build that trust. As well, you want to have a very different offer than anyone else in your market, right? You don't want to be kind of in line with your competition. You want to be a next level, right? For example, when we were in the HVAC industry, all we saw was people marketing the leads, so marketing for HVAC companies, getting them leads, and maybe calling the leads, right? But that doesn't do anything if they can't sell that lead, or if they can't, maybe they called the leads but they didn't qualify correctly, right? Given my background, again, you don't have to have a background in the industry you're helping, but it does help to understand your industry, the ins and outs, because if you want to beat your competition, you need to know more than them, right? You need to be one step ahead of them. So we knew, just my experience being in HVAC, I was able to talk to these guys on a different level and build an offer that was even more complex than what everyone else had, right? I'm not here to generate you leads. I'm here to make you sales. How do we make you sales? Well, we need to make sure that your team is dialed in on sales and you guys know how to close cold traffic or warm traffic. Anyone that comes to you, you know how to close them, right? So with that being said, this entire different offer than what the market has seen before. As well, like I mentioned, always show knowledge. If you can show knowledge and a good understanding of the industry you're helping, it will put you 10 times ahead of your competitors, because half the time the competitors, let's say for example, our industry, everyone that was a marketing agency, they didn't know anything about HVAC. They only knew marketing. They would help many other industries. They weren't niche down. Where us, we only helped HVAC owners, and we specifically targeted them because we knew the entire process from start to finish. And it's only because, yes, I had some experience in the industry, but as well, we did our studying. We knew where they're lacking, where the pain points were, and from there, we kind of implemented a system that covered everything, right? With doing that, show our knowledge. It shows that we're not just surface level, so we can go into depth with our ads. We can go kind of talk their language and talk their lingo as well. It helps with ads because we're talking like they would, right? We're not just talking as a marketing company, we're talking how they would, and we're implementing everything, again, according to our ideal prospect, right? Now, the different offer is obviously, like I mentioned, the market hasn't seen before, but as well, the market knows that this is an issue. So with us, for example, yes, we did the marketing, we got you leads, we qualified the leads, we called all of them, booked them in, and helped do the sales. The biggest roadblock we saw was the sales, right? But matter of fact, believe it or not, with our industry, the HVAC guys, we found that they didn't know they had a sales issue. They always thought it was a marketing issue. I don't have enough leads, but it's not really that. It's they didn't know sales. Because to them, if they I need to think about it, or I have to go talk to my partner, no problem. You take your time. I'll come back. I'll follow up in a week's time, and I'll never hear from you again. That's what they should be saying to the prospect, because they never ever heard from the client again, because they were not good at sales and they could not close the deal right then and there. Okay, so we had to make sure that we basically marketed the issue that they knew they had, and then we sold them what they needed. Okay, the retarget engagers. That's not spelled correctly. Anyone who's ever engaged with their ads. So, for example, they clicked on a form. Maybe they didn't submit the form, or maybe they even did click on the form, but we haven't got a hold of them yet. We've got the lead information. We retarget all those people. Anyone who's ever watched 50% or more of our videos, our ads, right? Anything, Instagram videos, we can retarget those people. Why? Because they've shown a lot of interest. You don't just watch you don't watch half of a video because you're not interested, right? Obviously that kind of aligned with you and you want to learn more, right? So 50% or more. As well, anyone who's recently engaged with content, liked the content, started following a page, literally anything, right? We're able to retarget these people. And with that being said, now they're seeing our ads, they're seeing our content, they're continuously seeing more value, more value. What does that do? Well, after you add all this together, it does one thing. It establishes authority and gains trust. Okay? If you want to sell high ticket, if you want to close, higher than 30%, even if, you're not the best sales rep, you need to have authority and trust built within the market you're serving. If you don't, no one will trust you, and they won't believe in themselves that you can get them to where they want to go. Okay? So this is very important. You need to establish authority and gain trust. With that, like I mentioned, increases your sales. You have a higher closing percentage from that, obviously. as well, you organically grow because the word will get around. People will start to see you more and more. For example, maybe I targeted someone who wasn't an HVAC owner, but they have continuously seen my ads over and over. They see my content over and over, a bunch of value, and they know someone who's an HVAC owner. Well, just because I've basically gained their trust, they'll probably pass along the message to someone, right? But not only that, that's maybe a little bit rare. I'll organically grow because I'm targeting the right people. I'm getting in front of the right people over and over and over again. It's not like they see my ad once and it's done. They see me every single day for a month, maybe sometimes 2 months, 3 months. They just continuously see me over and over. They get value. I'm not just feeding off them saying, hey, here's my offer. I'm giving them free value because I'm retargeting them. For example, maybe a YouTube video I'm retargeting them with, and they're going to start watching my content, all right? So now they're in my ecosystem and they trust me, okay? And from there, I can organically grow and start to sell, not only increase the sales and get more, higher percentage, but I also sell at a higher level, a higher ticket, because they trust me. They know that my package, my offer is so good that they will come to me and they don't care what they have to spend. They've seen all the testimonials. They've seen everyone else. They've seen the the results. They've seen the system because I've talked about it so many times. They just want me to implement it to their business. Okay, so again, guys, this is the exact system that we use. It's an entire system that we implement for all of our partners. So with that being said, I got one more thing I want to show you guys that kind of ties into all of this and even boosts and helps with all of your ads. Okay, and that is obviously social media. Okay, so organic incoming, right? I'm not talking about like you organically reaching out to people on social media. I'm talking about people coming to you, they've seen your content, and they, maybe they DM you or they comment on your posts. This is also social media organic incoming leads. Okay, how do you do this? Well, you need to be posting content every single day. All right, if you want to go the content route, again, all it does is benefit you. Post every single day and make sure you're adding value to someone's life within the industry you're targeting every single day. Okay, as well, what this does, establishes authority, and as well, the most important thing is it pushes, basically the algorithm will push your content to the right people. So the algorithm will start to pick up like, oh, let me push this video to this person, or let me push this video to this group of people. Okay, these people didn't really like that. Wonder why. Let me switch to the next person in the next group. Oh, these people are actually, they're clicking on it, they're engaging, they like the videos, they're watching a long period of time through the video. Let me keep doing that. Let me find more people like this, right? So the algorithm naturally find the right people for you as long as you're putting out the right information and you're targeting the specific person that you can help, okay? As well, like I mentioned, it needs to be value-packed videos. You can't just make a video for the fun of it. You need to have value within your videos. That way people look at it, they say, oh, this guy is actually beneficial to me. Let me follow him. Let me like this. Let me save this, and I want to come back to that, right? Maybe they share it. Okay, but your videos will not do good unless they're value packed. Don't worry about the view count. Don't worry about anything about that. It's about engagements and people responding, say, hey, I love this video. I'm in the industry that you help. Blah blah blah. Maybe it's going to jump into a conversation about how you can help them. Right? Now, value packed. How can you make value packed videos? Well, first things first is show an understanding of show an understanding of the industry. Like I showed you guys at the ads, you don't want to be basic. You don't want to be surface level. You want to show these people that you know their industry and you know so much about them that you know the problems, even if they weren't even aware of it, right? We knew problems with the HVAC guys before they even knew themselves. They have a sales issue. They have no clue. But because I have so much knowledge, I was able to take that and we got on a sales call or anything, I was able to kind of explain to them and show them a whole different mind frame, right? As well, breakdowns of common problems. So again, maybe common problems, they're swiping through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, they come across your video and it's talking about common problems, right? Maybe they had no clue about this, or maybe they knew about this, but then you just kind of sparked it again, and from that they start to engage with your content, right? How industry can make more money. So everyone's always looking for more money. If you can help anyone get more money or show them different ways to make more money, they will naturally want to go ahead and work with you, okay? And the final one here is how your product will help solve their issues. So if you're promoting your product alongside giving value, I always say give more value than trying to sell someone your product, because naturally if you show the value, they'll understand. Again, you're the authority, You are showing a clear understanding of their problems. You already know the problems somehow. With that, they will want your product, they want your service, whatever it is. Okay? And again, doing this, we can also pretty much push the ads as well as organic viewers to see all the content and all the knowledge, right? So organic, once you're running ads, organic does amazing because we're going to be directing people to our accounts. They'll see our content. And from there, we just get them in our ecosystem and build that trust and authority. Okay, guys? So if you have any questions on how this entire process works, if you want to implement this process for your business and start to scale at a quicker rate, then I'll put the link down below. You guys can click on that and, again, book a call. But as well, if you're not already in our school, go ahead, join our school. And from there, you guys will be able to have access to the exact playbook like this. You'll have the ads, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this. You'll have all the ads, basically how to set up your ads, how to structure your offer, how to make a winning offer, how to basically pick a profitable niche, the entire setter process, the sales scripts, like guys, literally everything, right? So make sure to join that if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.